Well, the interim chief will come from DPD's ranks, and there are a lot of people who believe that the chief's permanent replacement should have strong ties to the city and is right here in Michigan.
Do they understand Black Lives Matter? Do they understand those issues? We have young African Americans being killed, and that is a platform policing got to understand now.
Those are just a few things Detroit's Board of Police Commissioners are thinking about as they ready the search to replace Police Chief James Craig. He will retire June 1st after 8 years on the job, taking over a police department under federal oversight, addressing corruption and restoring a measure of trust with Detroiters.
The bar is high with Chief Craig in terms of the skill set he brought, the communication skill, the community involvement, and also police accountability. And we want police reform there.
And he's not alone. Eric Williams, managing attorney for the Detroit Justice Center, has long been a critic of Chief Craig, especially Project Greenlight and the use of facial recognition technology.
I think, though, for the long-term good of the city, you probably would be better off finding someone who, regardless of the type of department that they come from, has demonstrated a commitment to actually reforming the way the law enforcement interacts with the city and how the city pursues public safety.
But who would be best suited to take the helm of DPD? Someone who came up in its ranks or an outsider?
I think right now you take someone, not necessarily from the current rank, but someone who's been part of DPD in the past. For instance, James White, Elvin Barron, Eric Jones, even a Renee Hall, who was a chief in Dallas. When Craig came, we needed it. We needed a culture change. We'd had scandals up the top for years, both in the mayor's office and the police department, so we needed an outsider. Though he had Detroit roots, that was good.
Former Police Chief Ralph Ganby says while the city could find a good candidate from outside the state, getting someone who gets Detroit is key.
Our community will not stand for a chief that is aloof to the community, that feels like they know it all, because we're very well educated. We know very well the history of Detroit going back to the civil unrest of 1967. Again, there's a criminal justice reformist effort that's going on across the country, and policing is a national thing now. Policing is not local anymore, because if it happens here and it starts to trend, it becomes a national story. And you're only one incident away from your department under national scrutiny.
All right, guys, the Board of Police Commissioners will put out bids for a firm to conduct the search for a new chief. Whatever firm gets the job down the road, they're going to provide the board with a list of candidates. The board will then whittle that list down to about 3 candidates and present it to the mayor, who will make the final decision with city council approval. The entire process will take a few months. Hugh, Monica?
Randy, former Assistant Chief Steve Dolan mentioned a few names. Who else are people mentioning to be the chief's replacement tonight?
Well, guys, quite a few. Some are really pushing for Assistant Chief Todd Bettison to take the helm. He has a lot of credibility and a lot of good relationships with activists and community organizers here within the city. Another name, first Assistant Chief LaShinda Stair. In addition to her, former Dallas Police Chief, who was also part of the top brass here in Detroit, Renee Hall. Also, former Assistant Chief James White. His name has come up quite a bit. He was an assistant chief here, now is over the state's Department of Civil Rights. Also, Elvin Barron, and even the fire commissioner, Eric Jones. Elvin Barron is the police chief in Southfield, was also an assistant chief here in Detroit.
Well, that's a long list, but all of them good men and women who have served this city well, and I know this is going to be a difficult choice for the search team, for the city council, and for the mayor.
That's right.
All right. Thanks,
it is.
Randy.
It will be indeed.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Thank you.